if everyone's along for the ride, anything can work. You're fine. If the whole audience is with you.
Well, and I want to go a little bit further. If everyone's along for the ride, everything can work. And everyone along for the ride is not just the audience, but the other people you're playing with.
You are damn Skippy.
So the thing I have a bigger problem with is cost. And I actually have a bigger problem with costuming than I do with props, but they're very similar.
I think costuming and hand props together are something that if we're using the word problem, that's fine. It's just I gravitate away from them.
Right. Yeah.
So
and I think
costumes and hand props, I think they're more definitive. I think if you take out a gun, as opposed to taking out your fingers like this, if you take out a gun, then it's a gun.
Right.
That's it. You can't, it's really, really hard to ask the audience to be like, to grab that from the person and turn it into a jump rope.
Yeah.
Whereas,
right, you could pull the handgun on me, and I can take 2 chopsticks.
Right, and we're fine, and then I can justify that just by doing this.
Right.
So we're there.
Right.
So it's limiting yourself in any way that you don't. Okay, you don't want to limit yourself in any way as an improviser.
Right.
You don't want to.
Right.
So anything that's going to do that, you should try to not be a part of.
Well, and this is a very egotistical thing for me. My thing with props is it limits me and when other people do it.
Yeah.
I mean, so I agree with you.
Would you rather be in a scene with someone who does this and you can do whatever you want with it, or someone who pulls out a gun?
Right.
And then you're screwed. Then you're being held at gunpoint.
Well, and the point is you could still make it work. And sometimes, like, I understand that because the audience is like, oh, that's a gun. But I don't really, I think a lot of time for me, the audience knows that this is a gun too. Like, or it's interesting if suddenly this isn't a gun, but it is in fact a pair of chopsticks that you take, or a pair of scissors, or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah, because he pulled a gun on me, all intense, and I was like, yeah, could you just cut this?
Right.
Suddenly the whole thing got flipped on its head.
And then that's improv. That's improvisation. More so than someone saying, I have an idea. I'm going to bring this gun out on stage with me and pull it, and then everyone's going to be shocked because it's a gun on a stage. That all of a sudden it's a lot less the heart of improv.
Right.
You're planning a bunch of shit. To even go somewhere and get that, in my opinion, is less improvised.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.